We talked about how to identify it, but how do you test? How much does it cost? Well, if we talk about mold, the best way to test for mold in your home is through air quality tests. And this involves a pump and canisters that will cycle air through it, that will read the spore count in the air to see what kind of percentage you have in your home. A typical mold testing, a thorough test throughout the entire house, is probably going to run you between $400 and $600. So it's not cheap, but it does give you peace of mind and let you know what kind of mold you have out there. Radon gas, that's a 48-hour test. The mold testing will probably take up to an hour. Radon testing takes at least 48 hours. It's going to roughly be $150 to $200 depending on who's doing it. Asbestos testing, we take samples and we send them to a laboratory. And that's, again, going to probably run you in the $300 to $400 range depending on how many samples we send in. But it's a pretty simple test. We just take samples of what we have, send them to a lab, and they'll tell us if it contains asbestos or not. Really, it's the same for lead paint. Lead paint is not real difficult to take samples of, and you can just bag some up, sending it to a lab. Lead paint testing is not extremely expensive. A couple $100 should get you the answers you need for that. Carbon monoxide testing, that involves a specialized tester. And then, of course, you want to kind of identify where the source of the carbon monoxide is coming from. So whatever somebody charges, I think sometimes fire departments will come out and do that for free. So if it's something you want to save money on, you can call them. Pesticides and chemicals, we talked about formaldehyde and chemicals. And really the best way to do this is get VOC testing. It's not going to tell you a whole lot. It's going to tell you more what you got, and you probably already knew that. But VOC testing is fairly expensive, probably $300 to $500, and will take definitely several minutes, if not a couple hours, to get that done.